All right, I have a word for you, and the word is they will fall in their own traps. There are people around you who do not wish you well. They have set up traps for you. They have set up all sorts of weaponry to see that you fall. In your absentia, they put traps, they set up things. And listen, they may seem as though they are for you, but they are not for you. Do not be fooled by their smile. Do not be fooled by their greetings. Some of them ask you questions, but they want to ask you questions so that they may trap you. They seem as though they are concerned about your well-being. They seem as though they care about you, but these people do not care about you. It is very important that you are able to discern these people. And listen, God is about to lift you up above all opposition. No weapon that is formed against you will prosper. It shall not prosper. All those weapons that they put against you, they will be removed because their weaponry are inferior. They cannot stand you. You have a full arm of God on you. Now, today morning I was reading the book of Esther. And in this book, there are, of course, Esther is the main character, but there are some characters that are not really, people do not know a lot of them, but they are so significant. One character is Mordecai. Now, Mordecai was related to Esther. And at that time, there was an evil man by the name of Haman. Now Haman persuaded the king and made the king to start destroying, to start persecuting Haman's people. Mordecai's people, the Jews. Now there reached a time when Haman decided that he wanted to deal away with Mordecai. He wanted to hang Mordecai. So Haman set up what we call gallows so that he may hang Mordecai. Not knowing that God had promoted Mordecai, not knowing that Mordecai was anointed. He even didn't know probably that Mordecai was related to Queen Esther. So one day the king requests Esther and she tells her what she desires. And the queen decides to say that there is an evil man by the name of Haman who's troubling her. So the queen puts a request to the king, and the king decides to hang Haman. And guess what? The devices that Haman had set up to against Mordecai are the same devices, are the same gallows that they were used to hang Haman. The devices, the weaponry, the traps that the enemy has set up for you are the same very traps that he's going to fall in. He is going to fall in his own traps, just like Haman fell in his own trap. The same gallows that he had made to destroy Mordecai were the same gallows that were used against him. He didn't know he was setting up his own trap. God is about to lift you up above all opposition. Look at Jesus. He was betrayed for a few pieces of coin. He was betrayed by Judas Iscariot. Of course, Jesus was hung on a cross and he died. But listen, Scripture says that Judas Iscariot hung himself. Literally, this man committed suicide. He couldn't contain the guilt. And guess what? Jesus rose again. But little is known about Judas. He died. So the same traps that the enemy has set up for you are the same traps that are going to destroy them. Remember, the war that we fight is not against flesh and blood. The war is spiritual. Scripture says that put on the full armor of God, that you may be able to stand. Because we do not fight against flesh and blood, but we fight against prosperities, against rulers of the dark age. So whatever is coming against you, it will not overcome you. No weapon that is formed against you shall prosper. Why? Because the scripture says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but they are mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. Whatever stronghold that is in you, whatever stronghold that has been built around you is about to be pulled down. Why? Because your weaponry are strong. You do not have weaponry that is weak. Even the person that considers himself to be weak is actually strong. Look at Gideon. He despised himself. In fact, he said he's the weakest in the clan. But God saw him as a mighty man of valor. You may have despised yourself. You may have seen yourself as insignificant. You may have seen yourself as no good. You may have seen yourself as somebody who will never make it in life, as somebody who will never walk, as somebody who will never rise up. But God sees you as a warrior. God sees you as a soldier. God sees you as a son. It does not matter what you are going through. It does not matter what words have been bombarded in your mindset. But God is about to lift you up. The traps that have been set for you will not destroy you. Some of you have been set up. You have been accused falsely. You have court cases coming. Those are traps by the enemy. You have been trapped in getting married to a wrong person. You have been trapped in getting into a relationship with a person that is interested in destroying your life. But all those impersonators, all those fake people, all those time wasters, because they are people who have been placed in your life to waste your time, they will be revealed. They have been hiding themselves. They think they are safe. But God is about to expose them. God is about to flush out that which is bad. The toxic people are about to be eliminated. No trap will destroy you. That disease was a trap. That agreement was a trap. Some of you have entered jobs. You have been at workplaces. You have entered into arguments, you have signed arguments, maybe papers. There are traps. There are traps by the enemy. But God is about to reverse all those effects. God is about to destroy the works of the enemy. Well, I hope this word has been a blessing to you. I do hope that it has encouraged you. And go ahead and leave your comment, leave your testimony, and until next time, be blessed.